Any strategies you could recommend to newer brokers coming in that they should create, or how to read a client or how to understand a client in terms of when interacting with one, not just
You know
about
what my
closing the deal?
strategy would be is don't overthink it and take chances. What I notice is a new broker comes and let's say he gets a lead and he's like, maybe it's an agent, maybe it's that, maybe it's this. I said, you have no freaking leads. You're sitting on your butts. Just go. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Even if it's an agent, at least you gain experience.
For sure.
So my strategy is like, and some people come, they just really, really overthink. I'm like, just go with the flow, take as many chances, build networks. Because I've met my husband by doing an agent to agent. And he was actually trying to steal a unit from me.
Oh, tell us about that.
So back in the day, there was 2 British-owned companies, you cannot say names, I think, that were known for stealing units and stuff. So James worked with one of them, and he calls me and he's like, hi, for a really good listing of mine. I see you have this unit, blah, blah, blah. What floor is it on? I say, you think I'm stupid? I would never give company A or company B a unit number. I wasn't born yesterday. And he's like, ooh, I like this girl. So that's how we met. He did try to steal the unit from me, but then we did close the unit, by the way. The point of the story is, don't be afraid of other agents.
True.
If you don't have direct buyers calling you and you have some good agents calling you,
True.
close deals.
Entertain the other agent. Doesn't matter.
Sign an agent-to-agent agreement. And if somebody is going to snake you, for example, they will find a way to do it. At least you learned. And I think, I would like to think that there's much more good people out there than bad people.
For sure.
So, so somebody new, take sales courses if you want and stuff, but just, I think it will become natural. The more deals you will do, the more people you will meet.
No, for sure. I mean, the more you get out as well.
Did you take any sales courses?
None yet.
You see? I did read sales books and stuff, but I really feel like it's a people's business.
It is a people's
and
business.
As long as you're doing the right thing, giving the right advice, and not trying to manipulate the client, you don't need any tricks up your sleeve.
True. I agree on that. I think as long as you give out good, valuable, straightforward information that is existing, and you do a little bit of research about whatever it is you're giving out, if it makes sense, the guy across the table will transact. There is no tricks, there's no sales course, there's no... there's strategies on how you want to work with the client, what you want to show, whatever, but if you do these 3-4 things that I mentioned, I don't think work is that difficult.
You know what I've always done? As I said, I started from 21 years of age with no experience in sales. All I've ever done was be totally honest.
No doubt.
I just portrayed to my client any information. Like if the seller or whatever was playing tricks, I would tell the buyer. If something was going wrong, I would tell the buyer. You know what I mean? And this is how I just...
Because I think during that process, you're gaining a lot of trust.
Yeah, people just want transparency.
Maybe you transact or you don't transact that client by giving him all that information, but you're really building trust. Maybe not that unit, maybe the next one.
Exactly.
He's still going to buy with you. He's going to be like, this guy or this girl is so honest. Like, I like what they're doing. They're making sure that I don't lose more or I don't pay more than I'm supposed to.
And honestly, like so many clients now, I'm remembering back, like it's a trip down memory lane. So many clients stayed with me.
No doubt. No doubt. How many managers do you have in your team?
Sales manager. Well, James is like obviously leads the team, and then we have
James is not a manager. I'll let him know.
Yeah, I know. Like he leads, and then we have 2 managers for each office. Sorry, 1 manager per office, so 2 managers.
How many offices do you have?
2 offices so far.
Oh, I know the one in Marina Plaza. Where's the second
there's
one?
2. One is on the 21st floor, one is on the 24th floor.
Nice. I did not know about that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you have 2 managers.
Yeah.
Okay.
In terms of sales managers, obviously. We have
I'm talking
other kind
sales
of managers.
managers. Yeah. What do you keep in mind when hiring a manager for your team?
Interesting. Because Daryl has been with us for like 7 years now. So I think it's really important that the person, of course, understands the process of the Dubai real estate market, that he has experience in Dubai real estate market. I see these managers now who've never worked in Dubai real estate. So how are they going to help an agent solve a problem or I don't know, prepare a contract, especially in secondary market. I don't know. Off-plan maybe is different, right? Off-plan is just hardcore sales. This is I'm talking about secondary
Not
market.
necessarily.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not doing
I don't know.
hardcore
I don't know.
sales.
But you know, like that's like you just have to sell the product. In secondary market, it's so much more difficult because every deal is different.
For sure.
It's such interpersonal. Personal scenarios from whether it's a buyer, tenant, landlord, sometimes, seller doesn't want to move out in a certain time. Like there's so many things, because it's people's homes that we're dealing
For sure.
with. So I've been in, how long already in real estate? 15 years or whatever. And every day still I'm learning new scenarios. So for a manager, it's really important that he or she actually been through this, been a broker himself.
Very important.
Yeah, because how can they teach the person what to do if he doesn't know, right? Hopefully been a successful broker.
Otherwise, you're not hiring the guy, man.
But it's so difficult to hire a manager because successful brokers make more money than managers.
Very true. Because you're asking them to stop doing what they were doing.
Yeah, and you cannot be a manager of 30 people
If you
and
want to
also
do
continue
brokerage,
selling.
yeah, for sure.
So, but yeah, most important thing for me is experience, to be able to guide the person, and interpersonal skills. Because you will deal with so much drama, people crying,
I'm
people
sure.
beating each other up.
I'm sure. So then that brings up the next question.
Have I ever beat anybody up? No.
I'm not going to ask you that here. How do you make sure your team works together?
Easy question, actually. When we hire people, I think it's super important that they fit the culture of the company. I think what makes Dacia what Dacia is today is the culture. We're like a family feel, very friendly environment. We're all on the same path. So I think the person that when we hire somebody, they have to fit that culture so that when they come in, they're already, they feel at home. Okay, now I forgot the question. What?
How do you make sure your team works together?
Yes, so they feel at home and they feel like they're on the same vibe with the people. We have teams, we have Dubai Marina team, Palm team. So those teams meet frequently, share their stock, their buyers, etc. So that makes people work together. They all need to be on the same wavelength. They all need to be professional, because if you bring somebody unprofessional in, straight away that person, first of all, it drops the standard of our company, and that person feels like an outsider towards the team. And yeah, of course, we do different team building events, etc.
Okay, that's cool. What are your sources of information when it comes to understanding what's going on in the market, changes, analytics, trends, what's new, what's not?
I think the best source of information would be the brokers, the people who are actually on the field. And I think brokers learn sometimes more from the actual clients, buyers, sellers, than they do from their managers or newspapers or whatever. So I love spending time with my brokers and learning what's going on, what challenges they face, etc. But then in terms of actual sources, of course, you have Property Monitor for transactions. That's where I always go to see what transactions happened. The other website, I shouldn't be promoting, right? It's also very good because you can actually see the history of every unit, like what the unit is rented for, at what prices it's been sold, etc. For me, that's super valuable. Newspapers? Is that even a good source?
I shared a few links with them that I got from someone I look up to in this industry. He was very kind enough to spare an hour of his time. He's also been on one of these. I think I had already recommended him, maybe. And he shares some really, really good, insightful information, not just about the local market, but also international markets.
Reports.
So I think if anybody wants it, they can get it from Julia or whoever.
Okay,
if you'd like, I can share it with you later on. How do you stay organized? Time management, any hacks?
I'm not good at it.
Me too. Should I move on?
But Google Calendar really, really helps.
Yeah.
So now I started scheduling every single thing in. Before, when the team was smaller, I would just keep everything in my mind. And now I'm if I don't write it in, I forget. So definitely Google Calendar. I schedule in my workouts. I don't schedule in my lunch because that I'll never forget. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I use the calendar as well. I mean, that's a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah. But, yeah.
Social media presence. Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that? How has it been? What has been up? How did you manage? What did you do, etc., etc.?
The best advice I received was from Spencer Lodge. I think you know Spencer Lodge. He came to our office for a chat, and then he's like, Alicia, why aren't you on social media? And he's like, you have to. It's the future, blah, blah, blah. I think this was 2018 or something like that. Or 2019, don't remember exactly. And I'm like, okay, he inspired me so much. Like, it's amazing when you meet a person, just in 1 hour, they can change their life. So that's the one thing he told me to go and do. And I've opened up my social media from that time and started being active. And I think it was one of the best things I've done for the business. Not for myself. Yes, I do get leads, but in terms of my own personal brand grew Dacia's brand.
True.
So for me, that was really powerful. And not only now from a business perspective, from my own perspective, it gave me confidence. I was not confident before to speak on camera. None of us were, right? I met many friends, like, through social media who were, let's say, Farida and stuff, just because we followed each other. Now we're like very close friends. Many good friends I met through social media. And of course, clients. But for me, yeah, it's been an amazing journey, and I love it. It takes up a lot of time, but...
It does take up a lot of time.